Listen, hold up. I'm mad at you though, nigga. I'm mad at you.
Damn,
I'm mad at you.
I gotta sit up now.
Yeah, I'm mad at you because the one fight that I wanted to see,
What?
and I've been bomb squad.
That ain't my fault.
Anthony Joshua.
It ain't
nigga.
my
you
fault.
and Anthony,
That
I
ain't
feel
my
like
fault.
we missed out on that
Bro,
was supposed to happen,
That's
man.
not my fault.
How? But how did that not
It's
happen?
his fault. It's his fault.
You think he ain't wanted or something? Like, come on.
Listen.
Wow, Deontay, that was the one right there.
Ooh, don't make me reminisce about that.
This is Will Beeman TV. I just shared a clip of Deontay Wilder on Cigar Talk. Shout out to Najee and Cigar Talk, man. Dope platform. He was talking about the height of the fight with him and Anthony Joshua. We're gonna speak about that, but you step in my office, I got your order. So Wilder still believes to this day that Anthony Joshua ducked him, right? I kind of gotta agree with that. When they were both like, at the top, that fight should have been made. That was the biggest fight in boxing as far as heavyweights are concerned. The fight never happened for whatever reason, right? Whether it was Anthony Joshua's team or whether it was Anthony Joshua, I just know the fight never took place. And I think boxing fans were robbed of that fight because that was a very, very good matchup. Wilder with the stone right hand, AJ with the supreme boxing skills, right? That fight should have happened. I mean, AJ fought Usyk. He fought a lot of good, credible names on his resume. Wilder, it's hard to say who would have won that fight. Some people say AJ would have walked the dog with him, right? It would have wiped the floor with him, like just dismantled him. But some believe that AJ had some fear in him because everybody knows that stone right hand, man, was putting guys to bed. I know Wilder was talking about, that the count when he thought he beat Tyson Fury the first fight, he felt like that count was just too slow and they should have waived that fight. And who knows, had they gave him that nod on that fight, will we have got the AJ fight after that? But as we all know, Fury rose from the dead and they ruled that first fight a draw. Second fight was very controversial. He stopped him. And then the third fight, of course, we all know he stopped him in that as well, that being Fury. But nonetheless, Joshua and Wilder. Now, here's my thing. And I want to speak about this with when Wilder was talking about with Usyk, fighting Usyk as well. Now, I know before y'all crucify me and say, bro, what are you talking about? Like, Wilder's washed, right? What does he have to lose? What does he have to lose? Whether it's Fury, Joshua, or Usyk. What does he have to lose? If you really want to be real, like, Wilder's career has plummeted a little bit. That's still my guy. I'm not going to turn a blind eye to him because he took a few L's. I know I've seen a lot of people turn their back on him like, oh, he's no good. Like, he's been exposed. Like, there's nothing else you can do with him, right? But, I remember back in the day, heavyweights lose. They still on their mantle, But what does he have to lose? Like, okay, his career's plummeted, right? He's took a few L's. To me, honestly, it's less pressure on him. If you really want to be real. Okay, so if Wilder goes in there, if he goes in there and he fights Anthony Joshua, right? And he loses. What are y'all going to say? Well, we already knew that was going to happen. He lost before. He lost to Fury. He lost to Parker. He lost to Zane. You know what I mean? But if he wins, he can revive his career. Y'all may say that's blasphemous. I don't think so. He doesn't have that much pressure on him now. If he gets a fight with Joshua, which I don't think will happen, but if he gets the fight with Joshua and he beats him, then people may raise their eyebrows again, like, okay, what is he gonna do now? But if he loses, hey, we already knew that was gonna happen. He was beat by these other fighters and da 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 da. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if I was Wilder, I would take on whoever. Like, honestly, like I said though, I said this in one of my previous videos. How Wilder fought his last fight, how he looked, and this is just my channel, man. I'm a black man, always support my brothers, but I also tell the truth. I'm not just gonna get up here and just say anything just because we the same hue. You know what I mean? Wilder, still one of my favorite fighters of this era. How he looked in that last fight, it wasn't pleasing to the eye because he looked blowed in the fight. It's like he did get the stoppage. He won the fight. But he looked blowed. He didn't look like the normal Wilder I'm used to seeing. And he struggled to get that damn knockout. My man was on that bike, man. He was running for dear life. But I think if that had been some of the superior talent that he's been fighting, they probably would have got Wilder out of there that night, man, because they would have been in shape. And Wilder was just so sluggish. Like, it's like he was telegraphing his punches and slow, and just, I'm like, man, it was not pleasing to the eye. I mean, he got out of there with the W. And I think what I'm saying is also accurate because we hadn't seen Wilder since that fight. And that was months ago. Most fighters try to take at least 2-3 fights a year. And that was only well, I think he did have 2 fights that year, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but he took some time off. I think he's getting his conditioning right. In the interview I seen with him in Cigar Talk, he looked like he was still in shape. Wilder's really not really a naturally heavy guy anyway. I didn't like how he looked. The weight he put on to fight Fury, I knew that wasn't gonna go too well because he didn't put any weight distribution downstairs. It was all up top. And it's like, bro, that wasn't the issue. The issue was your legs. You know what I mean? But yeah, I really don't see how him fighting AJ is a bad idea. I really don't. If he beats AJ, he revives his career. If he loses, remain steady how it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, you guys tell me what you think if we see this fight or we don't, man. But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate the love, man. You guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so these videos pop up and you guys show love. Thank you.